Detroit and Indianapolis and Cincinnati, but Denver since 59, New Orleans in 60, after starting in Louisiana as far back as 1958 before their official partnership began, working with Don McIntyre, and Evansville, Indiana, in partnership with Mushnick, Tampa, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Omaha, Nebraska, and Charlotte, North Carolina with Big Jim Crockett. These were all the territories that Barnett and Doyle were promoting, running shows, and running TVs out of. These are the strongholds of professional wrestling for decades to come. Tampa, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Charlotte. Those are the wrestling cities. New Orleans, Denver was a huge city. Detroit, Indianapolis, Cincinnati was a huge city in wrestling wars that would go into the 1980s. They were a big part of WTBS. But back to our story, on top of the studio aspect that Barnett and Doyle perfected and crafted, and the heel-heavy championship promotion to have the babyface chase, Doyle's shows were heavy on squash matches. So that squash style of television that we were used to up until 32 years ago was to build anticipation for the arena matches, because you would see wrestling every week on TV, but maybe at the arena once a month at the big shows. So it was trying to show people a walking advertisement for what you could see in the big matches at the arenas. It's amazing logic, and much like we spoke about last time, Doyle was not done trying to piss in the boots of the Hollywood booking office, but would not only look to take Southern California, but take the whole state, utilizing one of he and Barnett's fastest rising stars, Roy Shire. And I love how the powerful combos of the 1950s and 60s, Doyle and Barnett, McMahon and Mont, set the tone and established the coaching trees for what wrestling would look like over the next half century. With Mont's institutional memory, McMahon's connections and ability to build partnerships with networks and promoters, against Doyle and Barnett's thirst for growth, their innovations built off the back of local TV, and also their impressive roster of talent and their ability to draw houses, you really start to see the roots of modern pro wrestling really take hold as the prodigies and progenies of these different booking offices would cross-pollinate across the country